YouTube, Rook here from Rook Geek Goodness, my little channel on the interweb for all things geeky and cool. And this video, guys, is a Funko review, rather a Funko review based on the holiday season. That's right, we're in the holiday season. I thought it'd be a good idea to do a review for these 5 Funko Pops. Now, if you notice over here, I have this nice little holiday tree. I believe I got this at Hot Topic, I think for about $10 last year. I saw it on sale, I had to pick it up. It has these neat little ornaments that are dangling from it that are themed off of DC. I even decided to have my little Green Lantern Lego guy here dangle from it as well. All my videos going up this particular month that are review-based videos will have this little holiday tree decorating my little set here. I thought it'd be a really cool idea to have this tree in the shot. So what are we looking at? We're looking at Star Wars Pops, a full set of the holiday-themed Star Wars Pop, including the Chase Darth Vader. So what are they all? We got, of course, down here. I'll showcase them off one by one. We have right here R2-D2 as a reindeer with little Christmas balls dangling from his antlers. Very, very cool looking pop. We have Yoda dressed up in a Christmas outfit. Looks nice with a little sack over his shoulder like he's giving out gifts to kids. Love the way Yoda looks. We have C-3PO. I guess he's supposed to be Santa Claus because he's putting a beard on. He has a little piece of mistletoe dangling from his hat. A great looking pop. Definitely showcase him off in the breakdown segment. The one I think is the best one to buy, in my honest opinion, out of all 5 of these Pops, including the Chase, is a Chewbacca common one, mainly because he's wrapped up in these Christmas lights and he's fighting so badly to untangle himself. He has so much personality. This is the one to buy, in my honest opinion. And last but not least, as I just mentioned, we have the Chase glow-in-the-dark Darth Vader with his glow-in-the-dark candy cane lightsaber. He looks okay, but I wish the glow-in-the-dark would have been a different part of the pop. Maybe the eyes could have glowed red, but just the lightsaber really doesn't sell me on this pop. I would get the normal version unless you can get this one, but this one might be a little difficult to find. Get the normal one if you can't find it, but definitely pick up the Chewbacca wrapped in the Christmas lights. And that being said, we're going to go to a full breakdown segment. We'll look at the packaging as a whole. We'll look at the paint, lack of articulation because they're all bobbleheads, and conclude in final thoughts for you, the viewer. Should you spend the money and pick up these really cool holiday-themed Star Wars Funko Pops? Stay tuned, guys. We're going to a breakdown. Alright guys, we're in our breakdown segment looking at the Funko Star Wars holiday-themed Pops. And the very first thing we always do in our breakdown segment is look at the packaging and presentation. And we'll look at them one by one. First things first, we'll start on this side here. We'll start on my right side, which will be your left side. We'll start with C-3PO first. This is your traditional Funko Pop design box. We've seen these Pop boxes before. Of course, you have the Star Wars Pop name here. You have Star Wars logo. You have the number, which is number 276. You have a shot of him here, what he would look like. A window box display right there. C-3PO listed at the bottom. On this side you have a shot of what he would look like. On this side it does say C-3PO number 276. And the back of the packaging is showcasing all the Pops that are available in this particular wave. This is the entire wave we're looking at, guys. So you have C-3PO listed right here, and you have all the other Pops that are available in this particular wave. Next we'll take a look at R2-D2. R2 packaging, very, very similar. You have Pop at the top, Star Wars logo, number 275 in the wave. Again, a window box display for the Pop. You have a shot right here of the reindeer R2-D2. It does say R2 at the bottom. This side you have a shot that says, or showcases R2. Over here it does say R2-D2 number 275. And over here, again, a shot of him right here on the back and all the Pops that are available in the wave. Next, we're looking at Yoda. Yoda looks really, really nice. Dressed up as sort of like a Santa Claus would be, but a sort of mischievous looking Santa Claus. It does say Pops at the top, Star Wars right there, number 277 in the wave. Shot of him right here. It says Yoda. You have a shot right here of him, what he would look like. We have Yoda listed on this side of the packaging, which does display number 277 right there. And on the back of the packaging again, shot of Yoda, all the Pops that are available in that particular wave. Probably one of the best ones in my personal opinion is this Chewbacca. He looks really, really good. He's so much struggling with these Christmas lights, it's hilarious, which we'll talk about in the full disclosure. In full disclosure, when we take him out of the packaging. It does say Pops there here again top. Star Wars number 278. He looks so cool right there. I love this, guys. I love the way he looks being kind of wrapped up in the Christmas lights, not knowing what to do. It's very, very funny. It does say Chewbacca here, number 278. And the back of the packaging does showcase him right here wrapped up in the lights and all the figures in the wave. And last but not least, we have the Chase glow-in-the-dark version of the Darth Vader. Now, the only thing that glows in the dark on this Pop, which you'll see in the full breakdown when we get this guy out of packaging, is just the candy cane. That's the only thing that glows in the dark, which is a bit sad in my honest opinion. I wish more would have glowed. Maybe his eyes would be like a deep red, would have kind of pop, literally. I think that would have been a very cool idea, but they didn't do that on this pop, so I don't know why. So we have pop right here, Star Wars number 279. Does say Darth Vader, and then an all-important sticker, the Chase glow in the dark, which is what you want, guys. If you want the Chase version, make sure it has that sticker on it. On this side, we have a shot of what Vader would look like. Does say Darth Vader on this side of the packaging, and on the back of the packaging, you have him right here holding his candy cane lightsaber, and all the pops that are available in that particular wave. So let's get them back into the shot all together with the way I just kind of showcased them off. Get them all back in the shot for you so you can see what they would all look like lined up together. Again, it's a really cool wave of holiday themed pops. And this is, of course, my first holiday themed review for this month. I hope you guys do enjoy it. And let's get all these pops out of packaging to continue the breakdown segment. Alright guys, we have our Star Wars Funko holiday pops out of packaging. And normally we'd look at the paint and articulation, but since these are bobbleheads per se, they don't really have articulation in the truest sense. We'll just look at the paint and design. And we'll look at them one by one. Of course, we have C-3PO, R2-D2, Yoda, Chewbacca, and the Chase Darth Vader, which is very, very cool. So let's take them all out of this shot right now and start with them one by one. First, we'll take a look at C-3PO. This is a standard C-3PO we've seen before as far as the design goes, as far as the pose. We've seen this pose before, but he's holding, in this situation, a little beard that's dangling from his hands, his little hat that's coming off the side. I love the hat here. He's about to put on the beard for like a Santa sort of effect. I love the way he looks. You have the little mistletoe sticking right up here on the top of his little hat. It does bobble, as we do see for all Star Wars based properties when it comes to Funko Pops, and it does not remove from the base. I believe, again, as I mentioned before in many videos, I think that Funko and Hasbro or Star Wars has renegotiated their contract because you cannot detach these new Pops from the base. Prior Funko Pops that had the Star Wars branding on it, you could remove these figures from the actual figure stand. I don't know why they stopped doing that going forward. I can only make the assumption it's a contract issue. That's what I guess. The paint does look nice for the C-3PO. There's no blemishes for the paint. I'll get a little closer so you can see the face here. The face looks great for C-3PO. Again, it is a bobblehead. There is no other articulation on this, as I just mentioned. I don't want to mess with the head. This is not one of those really good Funko Pops when it comes to the head where you can move it even though it's a bobblehead. For example, the Commander Cody, I have that way, and I believe my Mace Windu, I can turn the head around without any issues janking up this spring here. So I don't mess with the head at all because it may damage the spring. I don't recommend messing with the springs either, but it does look good. The costume does go down the entire base of the figure, as you can see, and he looks really good. As far as my opinion goes, this is the weakest of all of the holiday pops. Next, we'll take a look at R2-D2, of course, C-3PO's companion that we've seen in all the Star Wars movies. He looks really, really neat, mainly because he has Christmas, I guess you would call these Christmas balls that you would see for a Christmas tree, dangling from his little antlers that he has. So he's supposed to be like a reindeer. That's what he's supposed to be. There's no other real big gimmick with R2 here. We've seen him in this pose before. Again, he does not detach from the base. Very standard R2 design. It would have been nice if we had maybe the third leg coming out, because we haven't, as far as I know, we don't have an R2-D2 with the third leg extended in the tripod mode. I think that would have been a very cool design, but they didn't go that road, but he still looks really, really cool. He would definitely sit on your shelf and make eyes to that pop. People would actually go to him and say, that looks really, really cool. I think this is a good design for R2. Again, he looks like a reindeer, and I think he looks really, really neat. Again, not the strongest of the Funko Pops in this holiday wave, but still good nonetheless. Next, we'll take a look at Yoda. Yoda looks really neat. He looks really, really cool. He basically looks like Santa Claus coming down a chimney, and he has a sack across his back, as you can see right there. It's a very plain sort of sack. You might see it, let's say, on Dagobah, but he looks very, very plain Jane as far as the design go. We've seen this Yoda before as far as the build and the sculpt goes. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's nothing crazy. Head articulation does have a bobblehead going there. He does have the Santa Claus hat coming off the back. There is no other articulation with the pop. It is a bobblehead, as I mentioned. He does have the Santa outfit going down across his back and around. He's wearing it, of course. And he has his little cane in his hand. Great little grin coming off of Yoda. Nice pop. I think this is a middle ground as far as the Funko Pops of this wave goes. Not the strongest, mind you, but still a good pop. Next, we get probably to the two best of them, in my opinion. This Chewbacca looks amazing. He just looks so cool, being entangled by the Christmas lights. He looks so funny. He's struggling so badly to get these lights off of his body. He looks great. I love the way he looks. This is a really cool pop. If you had to buy one pop in the line, I think this is the one to personally purchase, because he just looks so cool. He looks so neat, like he's fighting so badly with these Christmas lights. It just looks so good. Again, bobblehead, as I mentioned before. Typical Chewbacca look to him. The paint is a bit off on the back here. It doesn't look like it's all complete, at least what I'm seeing here. It could be because the lights are covering parts of the bandolier across his back, which is what I make the assumption for. But he's kind of grinning. If you notice that grin, I'll get kind of close up so you can see the grin. He's kind of grinning where he's fighting with these lights so badly. But I think this one is definitely a buy, in my honest opinion. Again, he is stuck to the base like all the other pops in this wave. You cannot detach him. But he is really, really cool. I think this is the best purchase, personally, out of the entire wave. Next, we'll take a look at the one that probably most people would want, which would be the Chase glow-in-the-dark Darth Vader. Now, as you can tell, he's holding a candy cane right here. Very similar pose to we've seen for Darth Vader in the past. I think this might be, well, I might restate that. I think this might be a new sculpt because the hand is out in this kind of clenched position here. I don't know if we've had that Vader before. We've had a hand choking Vader pose, but I don't know if we've had this design or this build, this buck for Darth Vader. It might be new. I could be wrong. That's why I wanted to correct myself. Now, the only thing that will glow in the dark, from what I've seen in testing, is this candy cane. This candy cane will have the red and white color will glow. That is, for what I'm seeing, the only thing that will glow in the dark on this pop. The normal version of the Darth Vader is identical to this one, with the exception of the glow in the dark candy cane. It's in the same pose. There's no difference between this one and the standard traditional common Darth Vader in this wave. Again, except for the glow in the dark candy cane. But he does look good. This is a really nice looking Darth Vader. Again, bobblehead, as we mentioned before in the past, does not detach from the base as well as all the other ones. But I think this is probably next to the Chewbacca one. If you can find the Chase, get this one, because you don't normally see a glow-in-the-dark lightsaber candy cane. That's very original and very different. So let me bring them all back into the shot again real quick here, so we can line them all up. We have them in the same order I brought them out originally. And these are all 5 of the holiday pops that I just mentioned, going through all of them one by one. Of course, C-3PO, R2-D2, Yoda, Chewbacca, and Vader. Again, if you can only pick one to buy, I would go with the Chewbacca. He has the most personality out of all 5 pops, in my personal opinion. If you can find the Chase Vader, get the Chase Vader. The normal version just doesn't really sell it to me. That's why I don't mention the normal version to purchase. He just has the glow-in-the-dark candy cane. Compared to the Chewbacca, this is the one to go, in my honest opinion. And with that being said, let's go to final thoughts and wrap up this video. Alright guys, final thoughts on the Star Wars Funko Holiday Pops. I like them all. I think they're all really good to get. You've already owned, let's say, the full wave of Star Wars Pops. You may or may not want that. If you're not in a holiday-esque theme or mood, maybe pass on these. If you only had to buy one of them, mind you, definitely buy the Chewbacca. I mentioned in the breakdown segment, I mentioned in the unboxing, I think this is the one to get. Out of all the pops, of all 5 of these particular pops, I think the Chewbacca is hands down the pop to get. It would have been really cool if he would have been a glow-in-the-dark version, maybe with the lights that would have glown a different color. I think that might have been really, really cool. But all in all, I think they're a good wave. I wish there was a little bit more personality. They could maybe given R2 maybe a little red nose stuck on as he's supposed to be a reindeer. Maybe showcase Rudolph would have been cool. Having the third leg, the tripod effect, would have been neat as well, because I don't believe we have R2 in the 3-legged pose yet. I don't think they've made a Funko Pop of him. Maybe a Dorbs. I don't know for Funko though. I have many Star Wars pops, a couple R2s, but I don't think they've made a 3rd-legged R2-D2. The Yoda was alright, a little bit plain. The C-3PO looks cool with the beard being dangling in his hands. I think that's kind of a neat idea, and a little mistletoe sticking on his little cap. But all in all, even with the Darth Vader, in my honest opinion, this one is not the greatest Chase. Only the lightsaber glows. This would be a pass, in my honest opinion. If you can find it, buy the Chase. If you just want to get the full wave, get the common. But all in all, I think this guy is the guy to get. Definitely get the Chewbacca, in my honest opinion. So I hope you like this video review of the Star Wars holiday themed pop. Definitely click that like button. Always click subscribe to the channel. When you subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to be notified of my latest videos. And of course, last but not least, you can click Windows over here to watch more of my content. Take care, guys. I'll see you next video, and bye-bye.